our final edition of 2023 Pick versus Player, and we are going to wrap this up for this year. We'll bring it back next year, but there are some of you I know that have not done your rookie drafts yet, although we have, and we did right away, and a lot of people have right away. We are looking out for those of you who haven't, and honestly, still going to give you some entertainment here because we'll probably have some debates. So pick or player, we're going to get into it today. Do us a favor. Show some support. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We're trying to get to 5K by opening day. That's Dr. Seuss for you right there. We're trying to get there, and if you like the video as well, that would also be helpful. It helps the algorithm, and YouTube's a funny thing. So support us by doing those two things. We really appreciate it. Still doing the money sign. And we're going to do pick versus player. We're going to do the whole entire first. What are you doing?
I was snapping for your poetry.
Oh, I thought you were doing this. And I was like, yeah, I mean, we're going to flaunt the money. All right. We're going to do pick versus players. We're going to do the first round today. So we'll do the 101 through the 112. We've got a set number of guys that we're going to go through and compare to these picks, and we're going to tell you which ones we'd be taking and why. And again, if you haven't had your rookie drafts yet and you want to move your picks for the players we tell you to, because that's why you're here, is to get the best dynasty advice east of the Mississippi. So I had to say that. The 101. Let's talk about the 101, which is Bijan Robinson. Are you taking Bijan Robinson, or I guess Anthony Richardson? It's not always Bijan Robinson, but mostly
better be
Bijan.
Or CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. Bijan.
I am too.
I will take Bijan.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I just think Bijan pre-draft, this would have been a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
I probably would have taken CeeDee Lamb, but the Atlanta Falcons ran the ball more than any other offense in football last
and
year.
he got top 10 draft capital.
And they didn't have a quarterback that was rushing a lot.
All right.
They didn't have Justin Fields like the Bears at number 2. And I think Bijan's a real candidate to lead the NFL in rushing.
So here's my pause. Here's the reason I pause, even though I'll go Bijan. My pause is because CeeDee Lamb finally last year broke out, averaged 18 fantasy points per game. He's still only 23 years old, right? And honestly, with our research that we've done, we expect Dallas to throw the ball even more next year. I saw somebody on Twitter, this is just a kind of a rabbit trail here, saying that Brandon Cooks was going to hurt CeeDee Lamb, which I just do not understand. Like, I get that Brandon Cooks is probably going to have an impact there, but they also lost Dalton Schultz. So there's going to be plenty of targets.
Well, that was just a random Twitter user. We know what that means.
Yeah, that's true. All right, we'll take Bijan. A.J. Brown or the 101?
I will take Bijan because, again, ultimately Devonta Smith and AJB are splitting.
It's hard not to take
so.
Bijan over any of these wide receivers here outside of Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase because, like Simon said, Bijan got top 10 draft capital, and he's on the Atlanta Falcons, who ran the ball 559 times, I think. I remember that from last week's video. 559 times? Fact check it. Do it.
Sure.
Fact check it.
I'll check.
Do it.
Yeah, we're also not very far removed from seeing a running back who is a lesser prospect than Bijan Robinson going into the year, being like way higher than Bijan is right now going in startups. Like Bijan's going, I'm seeing currently no higher than the 110. And I mean, Jonathan Taylor was pretty much consensus 104 in Dynasty leagues last year. And now you've got the RB1 in Dynasty going way later than that. I'm a fan of that price tag right now with the draft capital that he got and his prospect profile.
559?
Yeah, 559.
What's up here? All right, we're going to Superflex League. So if you're in a 1QB league, disregard this one. But Justin Fields or Bijan Robinson? Wow, we know who Nathan's taking here.
Well, in a startup, I just took Bijan Robinson over Justin Fields, so I'll take Bijan.
Curious to hear what you think, Mr. Justin Fields.
Oh, man.
You're the one that always wants to be impartial to Justin Fields because he's got feelings and stuff. So let's hear it.
I'm going to go with Justin Fields. It's a super flex league. You have much more positional scarcity.
That means I'm breaking the tie.
And I still think he's going to average 20-plus points per game, and I think he'll improve as a passer. He has DJ Moore now, and they're giving him more weapons. He has Tyler Scott.
No.
I just got to take Justin Fields.
I will break the tie. I will take Bijan Robinson. Just by a hair. I see why you would take Justin Fields in a Superflex league, but
yeah, it's fair.
You know,
I do. I think it's disgusting, but I do.
When you're comparing two running backs like that, I just have to take the one. I'm just kidding. I did not call Justin Fields a running back. That was a joke.
I didn't even notice.
Good.
Running back playing
just a joke. He's a quarterback. He's a good passer. Okay. He's not a good passer. I'm
not even saying he's a good passer.
Are you taking Justin Fields with the 102?
I
I want to hear from you. We know who you're taking.
I'll take Anthony Richardson. I'll take Anthony Richardson.
I'm surprised you're not taking AR over Justin
No,
Fields.
I just can't yet. And I know, like, this is one where I just have to play the market value.
Again, market value
And-
aside, what's your preference? What's your preference? Do you want to take the guy who
do you believe
has
in more?
better measurables, who isn't? I mean, Justin Fields is not exempt from injury already.
I know.
And he's in a way worse situation than Anthony Richardson is. And
Yep.
We're gonna get trash for this.
Yep.
I'm
I
telling
mean,
you.
I'm hearing
No,
everything you're saying,
honestly,
and
dude,
I'm agreeing. But
I'm not sure if we will. We've seen AR go as high as the 111. People are taking Anthony Richardson over Justin Fields.
And-
Like, there are some people that will crap on us for that, but some people will agree. Like,
I'm taking Justin Fields.
I think both of them have currently just as high of upside from a fantasy and long-term dynasty perspective as the other right now. They're both.
so
I think,
then I'm going
equally
to
as
take the guy
unproven.
who's done it.
Because-
And like I love Anthony Richardson. Go Colts, all that. But it feels wrong to me. It's just not right. I got to take Justin Fields.
So the reason I'm taking Justin Fields is because this isn't in a vacuum. We do have to account for market value here. And if you can get Justin Fields for the 102, you can sell Justin Fields for more than the 102. So I guess if we're talking about like somebody offered you Justin Fields for the 102, then I'd probably take Justin Fields.
Well, yeah, for market value, sure. But my personal preference is Anthony.
I prefer
Richardson.
Anthony
that's fine.
Richardson too.
That's fine.
Okay, cool.
But I think okay. Brees Hall or the 102.
I will take
I'm
the
taking
102.
102.
I will take the 102 as
ACL.
well. We like Anthony Richardson. Amon-Ra with the 102.
Amon-Ra is kind of consistently
The sun god.
Yeah, he's the sun god, and
Yeah.
I personally think there's a case to be made that he's kind of underrated right now. And
Agreed.
I mean, for a guy that is as dominant in the slot as he is, there's no one in that offense that's going to be impacting him really whatsoever. He is literally as far from touchdown dependent as you can get, and Jahmyr Gibbs isn't going to take anything away from him.
Yep. But I'm still taking the 102.
I'm taking the 102 as well.
Oh yeah, after that whole thing, I guess you should probably take the 102.
But
because
it's
gonna
not
be a
as far
quarterback
as
with
some
it's
people
not
might
super
think.
far off because Amon-Ra should be going higher than where he is right now.
This one's fun. Deshaun Watson or the 102. I'll start on this one.
Deshaun,
I'm taking Deshaun
guaranteed
Watson.
contract.
Yeah, he's on the contract. He with all the guaranteed money too. Like I think they're gonna stick with him. But I also think that says that they're extremely confident that he's gonna return to the player he was. So I think you saw it at the tail end of last year. He started to actually perform at a high fantasy level again, and I think the Browns started to play a little bit better too. I don't really have any reservations at the current moment about Deshaun Watson's future value, so I'll take Deshaun Watson.
But Avery,
over 102.
Deshaun Watson sucked like so bad, and he should have been exactly what he was before he stopped playing for 2 years.
You're right.
He just he's irrelevant at this point.
He should've
I don't
just-
think he's really going to be any good. And I don't think the Browns are going to really play him after he sucks
might
for a
just cut
couple
him.
games. They might just cut him.
That's true. Can Nick Chubb play quarterback?
I guess. I mean, that might be better since, Deshaun Watson is just terrible all of a sudden.
He's a good value too right now, actually. Deshaun Watson in Superflex.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm
He's great
taking the
value.
102 over Deshaun Watson.
Really?
I mean, I would
So
take.
you're-
I would
so you're
take.
taking
Yes, I would
Anthony-
take Justin Fields over Deshaun Watson. I mean,
I mean, it's a
I
popular.
understand,
It's,
I understand
it's a
your
popular
sarcasm.
opinion. So if you
I
want to,
understand, like you're
you wanna
saying,
be
he's gonna
cool like the
come
other
back to
people,
what
sure.
he was, but he is approaching 28 here. It'll be his 28-year-old season. And if
It's
I
just
can
ancient.
get Anthony Richardson at 20, he's still 20. He'll be 21 next year. I got a 7-year buffer there, and someone we believe can be a top 5 QB in Dynasty.
I think Anthony
just like
Richardson-
Justin Fields.
Anthony Richardson has a higher chance of being fantasy irrelevant in 3 years than Deshaun Watson because he doesn't have a contract.
True.
Yep.
So
Hey, this is why we have these discussions.
This isn't a discussion. This
No.
is a clown show.
you're terrible.
I'm just kidding. All right, the 103 and the 104 we're going to lump together. So would you take the 103 and the 104 or Jalen? So when we say would you
103 and 104 are like in the same tier.
they're in the
You're
same
either
tier.
taking
Like, in a
Bryce
Superflex
Young
league
or CJ Stroud.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll call it the 104. Are you taking the 104 or Jalen Waddle?
I will take Jalen Waddle.
I will too.
Will I? Yes, I will.
No, I'll take Bryce Young over Jalen Waddle. In a
That-
second.
That's
that's
the 104. It's not necessarily Bryce Young.
I think it's really close. So I think that's
Okay,
fine.
well, when I say 104, but I mean the 103 and the 104. I just don't want to confuse people.
Or yeah,
I'm definitely
if
taking.
someone offered you the 104 for Jalen Waddle, would you take it?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, I would take Stroud too. The 103 in the 104 or Jonathan Taylor.
Give me JT.
I will take.
He's going to eat.
I
the
will
six-back
take.
offense.
I'm taking taking the pick there.
I'm taking the pick as well,
Okay.
and I like
I think
That's
Jonathan
really
Taylor.
hard.
I
It's
think
really hard
Jonathan
for me.
Taylor is a buy. I think he will
I think
thrive
those
in this new
quarterbacks are that
offense
good.
with
Like,
Anthony
that's-
Richardson. Yeah, but that's the thing is I really believe in those quarterbacks. I think at least, I mean, Bryce Young's going to change his NFL team, and I think C.J. Stroud will be good in fantasy. And as good as Jonathan Taylor is, it's a super flex league.
Chris Olave or the pick.
I'll do the pick there.
Yep.
I'll do the pick.
I
as well.
love, I really, really like Chris Olave, but of those, top 4, top 5 guys from the wide receivers from the class of 2022, I think Olave is kind of, it's just an uncertain situation long term there.
And I know we're all taking the pick over Mark Andrews. So let's go down to the 105 and the 106, which are also in the same tier.
Wait, rewind.
We're taking the pick over Mark Andrews,
Mark
Yeah.
Andrews or the
who
105.
wins you championships.
You're seriously taking Mark Andrews over Bryce Young? Or CJ Stroud?
I think
that's
Mark
where the
Andrews
elite
is
tight
going
ends
way
were. That's
too
where
late
the
right
elite tight
now.
ends were going last year.
I do too, but
With the
even
amount of
but, I mean, Mark
championships that-
Andrews, I got in the 4th round.
That's valid. Market value, you got to take the pick.
Yeah, I'm
You-
taking, I'm
well,
taking,
you
I'm
always-
easily taking the pick.
But that's why we do this pick versus
Because
player
I'm taking
thing.
Chris Olave over Mark Andrews.
Well, yes, but that's why we do this pick versus player thing. It would be easy if we just said market value every single time. But what's your preference? I'll take the one that actually wins you a championship
take the
in
quarterback.
tight end premium league.
Yeah, I want the quarterback in a Superflex league. Easy.
I'll take the elite. I'll take the elite tight end.
I'm with Avery here.
Dang,
I'll take the
I'm
pick.
surprised you say that. I mean,
I think it's a lot
so you're
closer than
taking
just
so you're
let's
taking
move
Mark
on.
Andrews over Chris Olave then?
I think it's really close. There's 6 tight ends that are
Mark
actually
Andrews should
relevant
not be going in the 4th
and make
round.
an impact, and there's about
No, I totally agree with
20
you there. But
I
20
still
relevant
consider
fantasy
him
wide
at like the
receivers.
back end of the 2nd in drafts, and I just don't do it because I know I can get him on the back end of the 3rd and a 3rd round reversal.
I like Mark Andrews. I just
tight
can't-
ends. Tight ends are market value buys right now, and running backs are market value buys right now. So with that in mind, I'll take Andrews over the pick.
I want to do those two and the. I know you're taking. Well, are you taking Mark Andrews or the 105/the 106? So the pick.
I'll take Mark Andrews.
So that's
So
over
it's
JSN
close
and
for you.
Gibbs.
Yes.
I mean, I think Mark Andrews is going to give you a step up over every team in your league compared
Exactly.
to a JSN
This
or a
is-
Jameer Gibbs, who are all. There's going to be 5 or 6 running backs and wide receivers. There's going to be like 12 of them operating at an elite level every year, and there's 1, sometimes 2 tight ends.
Yep.
And Mark Andrews is going to be one of those.
Yep. And this is nothing against Jackson Smith and Jigba, but I mean, the scarcity at the position is way less at wide receiver than it is at
Okay.
tight end.
That's true. I'll take Mark Andrews too then. The pick, the 105 or 106. So the pick or Christian McCaffrey. I will take.
I'll
the
take
pick.
the pick.
I'll take the pick.
I want Jameer Gibbs over Christian McCaffrey from a running back rankings perspective, and I also like JSN. T. Higgins or the 105, 106. Easily the pick for me. I'm not even thinking about that.
Give me the pick.
I know where this is going.
That's weird. Yeah, I'll take the pick.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. I'm good with that. Kyle Pitts or the 105 or the 106. So
I'll take Kyle Pitts.
I'm gonna take the pick there. I want right now. I want Gibbs or JSN over Kyle Pitts. I'm curious
Yeah.
to know what you think about this.
Well, that's the thing is
Kyle Pitts isn't a league winner yet, so I'm not
that's true, and I think you could
I'll
get
pay
Kyle
for
Pitts
Pitts
cheaper.
once he actually wins you leagues.
And you saw it with Hawkinson. I mean, Hawkinson did what he did last year. He was the tight end too, and
Yeah.
you're still getting him at this price.
I'd rather not. Honestly, it's kind of a loss if you're like, oh, I have Kyle Pitts 3 years before he actually produces, and that's kind of an L. So
But next year's his year, Nathan.
next year's his year. Yeah, it
Um,
could be. I'll wait until then.
Yeah, okay, I'll change my mind. I'll take the pick.
Yeah. Okay. Travis Kelce or the pick. I'm taking the pick there, easy
Do you
in
want
Dynasty
a
leagues.
50% chance at winning your championship?
Not with Travis Kelce. Sorry. Like, I love Travis Kelce and I have him rostered in a bunch of leagues, but I mean, in 2 years, Travis Kelce is going to be retired or something, and we're going to be like, oh, and Jason's going to be a top 5 wide receiver. We're going to be like, crap. Like, as much as I want to win, I will go get another tight end and I will draft JSN or Gibbs here.
See, I think this is hard, and because from a roster construction point of view, if I have an existing team and I have Travis Kelce, I probably won last year, and someone offers me the 106 for Travis Kelce, I don't know what I'm doing because who's going to be my tight end if I trade him away. And that's the thing is I can be like, well, I'm landing Jahmyr Gibbs or Jackson Smith and Jigba, but then I might be having to start, I don't know, Noah Fant as my tight end.
No, and I'm not doing that. Like in my contending leagues, I'm getting one of the 6 guys. But in this particular case, like I cannot justify not taking a top 5 dynasty running back or a top 15, maybe 12 dynasty wide receiver.
Top 12.
Yeah, I think top 12. For even as dominant as Travis Kelce is. And again, I roster him in so many contending teams. I cannot take him over those guys. I just cannot do it in a dynasty league. Like I get the 3-year window thing, but even 3-year window wise, I think there's a good chance that both of those rookies produce fairly soon. And because of that, and I also think from a 3-year window perspective, this is Travis Kelce's in his last 3-year window. So could Travis Kelce produce past it? Yes. But do I think he's going to want to play that long?
And we're hoping those rookies give you a leg up elsewhere. So you're right.
So
we should take the pick.
And with Travis Kelce, like the other thing is, I mean, I think he could play until he's 40 and dominate, like I just do. With Mahomes, absolutely. He's starting to get into podcasting and stuff, though. Like he's starting to find things outside of football that he loves to do with his brother. Like I could definitely see him walking away from football. So because of that, I will go ahead and take the pick. But last one, Cooper Kupp or the pick, the 105 or 106.
I'll take the pick.
I will also take the pick.
We have JSN ranked over Kupp, and then Gibbs is, again, a top 5 dynasty running back. So we're going to split this into 2 videos. We're going to do the 107 through the 112. Are we doing them both in the same week?
I don't know. We'll see.
All right, we'll see. Either this week or next week. So you're going to have to find out. It's a surprise video release. But do us a favor and show us some support. I cannot say that. Show us some support. Do you get what I'm trying to say? We're trying to get to 5K before opening day. Okay?
Yay.
Make sure you subscribe too, and make sure you like the video just for that. I'm all over the place today. We really appreciate you watching. We appreciate you watching this far, especially if you made it. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later.